Using this image of a random product, I generated those marketing creative, which cost me around 20 cents and took less than 5 minutes to generate. All of this thanks to this insane AI agents that I'm about to show you. The days of paying thousands of dollars for marketing creative might just be over. This AI agent lets you use your brand guidelines and apply them to any creative that you want to make. You can decide to prompt exactly what you want or let the AI agent generate tons of ideas for you without you being involved in the process. If you're new around here, then my name is Renee. I'm the founder of Quinn Growth, an AI automations and operations agency that's generated over $500K in revenue this last year alone. This channel is focused on teaching you how we fix real business issues with AI and operations. I've also just created a free Skool group that you can now join to learn more about AI and how you can automate things, and also download the templates for this AI agent. By the way, I need to mention that the core of this build comes from another creator, Yashika Jain, but it really wasn't made for people to come in and actually start using it. So I decided to rebuild it entirely and modify it so that anyone could just pick it up and plug it inside their business in less than 10 minutes. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so this build is actually super simple. It's a one workflow AI agent. The first thing is that we start with a form submission in which we're gonna have some details about the creative themselves and what we want. And then we're gonna put our branding guidelines inside this node here, okay? We're gonna have a Google Drive in which we create a folder like this. Then the AI agent processes all our requests. I'm gonna show the prompt later. Then we have a code node here that outputs 5 different things. We have a switcher that goes into 5 different lanes because we're creating 5 different creative. The first one is gonna be Instagram post. Then we have a LinkedIn post. Then we have a website banner. Then we have a hat creative. And then we have a testimonial image. Okay. All right. So to start with this AI agent, the first thing is going to be to go into this edit fields node here. And we will want to put your branding guidelines and the different aspects of your brand guidelines in here. So the things like brand name, fairly simple. This is going to be hard coded. Brand description, also hard coded. The color palette that you like to use for your brand, we also hard code this. The typography style that you want to use for your different creatives, and the tone of voice. Okay, so all of those here are going to be always the same thing. That's the point of having a brand guideline, and we want to hard code them. What we don't hard code are going to be the background style, the lighting style, the grounded placement, and the composition guideline, which I'm going to explain a little bit further into this. Okay, but the first thing is you fill those information with your branding guidelines. Then we're going to go into the on-form submission. Okay, this is where if you want to create a new creative, instead of prompting the AI agent, you will give information into what you're looking for. And then it's going to generate things based on this input, okay? You will also be sharing your product's image in this form. So this is why we have a form. All right, so let me click on execute workflow right here. And we're going to get the form and all the questions. So right now, the first thing is, what is the product name? So I'm going to do a fictive product here. We're going to do a notebook that I don't actually make. We're going to call it the 9-figure notebook, like this. Product tagline is going to be get shit done. Why not? Then the image file that we're going to use is the luxurious notebook here. So basically, this is what I showed at the beginning of this video. It's just a notebook image, but this would be your product that you want to push in theory. The benefits of your product, you can put one, you can put many. I'm going to say never forget anything because that's the point of a notebook. Then here we get into the different types of things that you might want to ask the AI to guide the prompt, essentially, okay? We have background style, we have lighting style, grounded placement, composition guidelines. Basically for those here, you can choose to put anything you want to be shown inside the image, but the AI is also gonna generate things on its own. So you don't have to worry about, is this good or is this not good? But here's a simple trick that I use to do this myself. I use AI to do this, okay? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go into ChatGPT 4.1 and I'm going to say for a luxurious notebook brand targeting 9-figure CEOs, can you write me, and then I'll just put the 4 different questions and 1-2 lines each maximum. This is to create marketing creatives. And then we're going to wait for the answers. Basically, it's going to give us 4 things. We can like it and copy paste it, or we don't like it and we just modify it, or you simply have ideas for yourself of what you want into your ad creative. So let's see what it writes here. We're just going to speed this up, be back in a bit. Perfect, we're back. I actually like all the suggestions that ChatGPT gave us, so I'm going to copy and paste this. So we're going to go back here, background style, then we're going to go lighting style. We're going to do some copy pasting. If you don't know what you're doing, I just suggest doing it like this. If you don't have any inspirations, the whole point of this is to use AI as much as possible, so you can be way faster, but you can also let the AI just choose what it wants, okay? For the call to actions, this is if you want a call to action on your ad creative or your marketing creative, basically, okay? I'm going to say own your story, and I have the dot at the end because I kind of like this a lot, and we're going to click submit. So right now we're seeing the AI agent think. It did 5 different outputs. We got Instagram post, LinkedIn post, website banner, ad creative, and testimonial graphic. Then the code here is basically separating all the different things. The router is choosing, okay, the AI is going to generate the LinkedIn post, the website banner, etc. While this is processing, because this is going to take 5 minutes approximately for 5 things, we're going to go into the AI agents and check the prompt. Okay, so we have a user prompt and a system prompt. The user prompt, which is something I've modified extensively, is basically we give all the information to the AI agents about your brand specifics, your product specific, and your creative specific. Okay, so brand name, tone of voice, color palette, typography style, and then we have product name, tagline, benefits, and then background style, lighting style, grounded placement, composition guideline, and call to action. Super important so that the AI agent has something to work with. The system message here is the big system prompt that we basically guide into doing all the actions that we want to do, okay? I will let you explore this prompt, but basically this is gonna output the 5 different type of posts. So again, Instagram post, LinkedIn post, website banner, ad creative, testimonial graphic. You can play with this. Basically with my testing, this is how I like to do it. This is how I modified the original build. So it fits more. Let's go here, and then I'm going to explain here. This is the first prompt that we have for Instagram posts. All the prompts are different depending on the post format and what we're making it for. So if you modify it, just make sure that the variables are going to be the same. But usually the way I've built it now is that you can go and plug and play for your own business and for your own products. So there's no problem there. The only thing you have to do is download, plug your API keys, and it's good to go, okay? So I wouldn't modify the prompt if you don't know what you're doing. Basically, we have here, okay, we create a photorealistic Instagram post, and then we say this is the hero assets for a product launch. And then we specify, okay, you're gonna use this background, you're gonna place a product on surface type. Do we have accent prompts like a secondary items just next to it, so it puts some elements into the pictures. And then super important, if you want to generate things on your brand guidelines, we have to specify, okay, use the brand guidelines, the brand identity that you have, okay? So this is where we're going to put tone of voice, color palette, typography, grounded placement rules, composition guidelines, and all that good stuff, okay? Then basically what it did is it generated the image right here in binary. I could click on view, but we're gonna go into Drive instead. And then it pushed the file into the Google Drive folder that we created, okay? So be back in a second. We're gonna wait for those 2 nodes to finish, and then I'll show you the results. Perfect, we're back. So the workflow has finished generating the 5 assets. Now we're gonna go take a look. But first, I have to say this OpenAI here, this is generate image, and we have now the model GPT-1, which didn't used to be the case back then. We only had DALL-E. So this here is not going to be accessible to you unless you verify your organization on the OpenAI API. Super easy to do. If you haven't done it, this workflow is actually going to give you the link to go do it. And then you will need to wait 15 minutes most likely for it to propagate. And then you're going to be able to use the GPT image generation right into N8N. Okay, so no trouble. Perfect. So now let's get right into Drive and let's see what we have generated. If we go into the 9F notebook here, we have 5 new assets. So it's amazing, really amazing. Seize the day, own your story. Looks super elegant on the moment, on your story, super elegant again. Like I would actually use this. Craft to last. So this is the LinkedIn post actually. Craft to last, designed for leaders. 9F notebook. And then we have Wingrowth on this. And then this is the testimonial graphic, a masterpiece that keeps my idea alive. Even added a small watch next to it that fits the color. I absolutely love it. And then this is the website banner. We can see that the text is actually a little bit outside of it. So what I would do if you like it is actually take this image, go back into ChatGPT itself and just say, can you move the text? Okay. So that's one thing you can do with those assets. If you want to modify something, okay, you can prompt it further. So basically you would come here, you would download the image, and then you would go into ChatGPT here and you would just say, can you add this text? Can you remove this text? Can you change the color of this and that? And basically you can have the final results that you like just by prompting the AI, okay? Overall, this is super good except for the website banner that would need some modification. All the other ones are actually things that I could use for my own posts. All the colors match, they fit my branding guidelines. If you go on my website right now, you're gonna see those are my colors. It's what I use, so it's pretty good and accurate. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this. If you want to have a visual of how this looks, the brand assets here, this is baked in. Basically, this is what's never going to change: brand name, typography, tone of voice, color palette. You can add your logo as well and brand description. So you would add your logo inside the form itself, and then inside the AI agent, you would say, always use my logo provided and this form. Here, what's in blue is what's going to change and what the AI is going to make for you if you don't precise it. So that's super cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you found this video informative and you like it, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you have any feedback, feel free to comment the feedback. I read everything. And if you want to learn more about AI or simply download all the templates that we have, including this one, there's going to be a link in the description for my new Skool group. Me and my business partner, Rob, we're basically going to be posting there on a daily basis about operations, automations, and AI. So if you're interested into actually learning more about those topics, feel free to join. It's totally free.